So I'm sitting here during my morning ritual, and I wanted to share with you an idea that came to me when I woke up. The concept around holding on and holding space. They mean two very different things. Holding on indicates inflexibility. It indicates typically more of that focused energy on something. What am I holding on to? And when we focus on that concept, we don't leave room for growth, movement. We don't leave room for much of anything else. We just hold on. And that usually can lead to stagnation in our lives, regardless of what it is. And you hear some people, and I'll just piece this together a little bit. Some people say that whatever your focus is, like if you're holding on to money or you're holding on to an idea, like I won't be happy until da da da, right? Or I'm holding on to this concept that once this happens, then this can happen, right? And again, that leads to stagnation, because what if there's another perspective or way to get there, right? Or other things that we could be focusing on that we're experiencing in the moment. Like, oh, I'll be happy when I retire in the sun, right? Instead of snow, right? Or whatever. Again, just concepts, ideas that can oftentimes prolong our potential happiness or prolong whatever it is that we're working towards, versus the idea of holding space. When we hold space, we can say, well, I'm looking forward to that. That would be wonderful. But what if other things come across my path? What if I change my mind? And again, I usually say don't dwell on what ifs, because that also can hold us stuck. But it's more of the energy of when we hold space, we allow flexibility, we allow flow. We understand that it's not all or nothing thinking. It's saying there's this idea or concept that sounds lovely. And I'm just kind of holding space for it, where it's just kind of, sorry, that's my neighbor. Unfortunately, they're a lovely couple, but they're struggling right now with the flu, but they're tenacious, so it doesn't hold them at home. So they're out and about. But in any case, back to holding space. When we hold space, it's hope, right? Oop, there they go. We hold hope for a concept that maybe is aligned with us or resonates with us in the moment, with the understanding that maybe something better will come along, or holding space for the idea that I will grow and maybe other things will become more in alignment with me in time. Okay. You know, other ideas, other whatever. So it's just pushing, or not pushing, but it's evolving into that idea of infinite, right? It's more in flow. It's allowing for growth and movement. It's not giving up on goals or whatever, but it's allowing for flexibility. So holding on to a goal, yeah, we admire that. You know, we say, wow, that's tenacious. That's going to get us there. However, when we hold space for a goal, we allow that flexibility of maybe it's not going to play out the way I originally thought. And I'm allowing that flexibility as long as, you know, it still feels aligned with me towards whatever it is that I'm working towards. But when we hold space, we also realize that sometimes goals can shift a little bit. So it's that whole idea of like thoughts and beliefs, right? We, in the sense that beliefs are harder to shift, goals are harder to shift. And we want that because we have goals for a reason. However, they can be shifted. The key is to make sure, is it in alignment with me and not out of fear, resistance, control? I hope that makes sense. That was a long way to just say holding on tends to stagnate us. Holding space gives us more opportunities for growth and movement. All right. Well, enjoy this winter wonderland. That's my favorite tree that I'm showing. Well, I don't know what kind of bird that is. My eyes aren't fully focused yet. But for instance, I'll give you an example. I am working towards resetting my circadian rhythm, as I mentioned like 20 something days ago when I started it. And I've been faithful to it. I've been doing it. I've been getting out here first thing in the morning when I wake up. However, I'm allowing myself the flexibility that although I have goals of particular time frames, this morning I allowed myself to sleep in a little bit while still staying on target with getting outside first thing, right? That's holding space. I'm holding space in the sense that I am still working towards something here for my overall betterment. But I'm not holding on to the specific way that that has to play out every single day. Because when we do that, oftentimes if we deviate from that even a little bit, we feel a sense of lack of confidence in ourselves, lack of, oh, I let myself down. Well, no, it would be letting yourself down in a sense, even though you didn't, especially if you still went out and did what was in alignment for your overall goal. It just may flex a little bit from day to day. We were out late last night to celebrate my niece's birthday. And today I allowed myself to rest without judgment. It's still morning. I'm still out here allowing the sunlight to open my eyes. So I'm still on task. I'm still on goal. But I'm holding space for it. I'm not limiting myself with how it plays out. And that leaves me feeling confident that I will attain my goal. And it leaves for flexibility, knowing that I am human and not every day is going to look like the next day. And that's okay. It's okay. But we get back on the horse, right? And we continue. And it all plays out. But we hold space for growth and fun and other concepts that lighten our heart. So I wish that for you. Hold space for the things that matter to you, people, places, things, ideas, goals, and allow yourself the flow of life so that you can enjoy the moments. All right. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon.